he was indeed undefeated. And remember, he has been working hard to represent his team. Didn't even let Surgical Goblin get a chance to take the stage. I talked to him a little bit before the match, and I actually learned he's studying to be an industrial engineer. He's going to use the winnings from this tournament to pay for his college tuition. He's a member of clan Royale MG from Illinois, the number 7 seed selected by the number 8 team. But he is definitely paying dividends with his excellent performance here.
It's the value picks.
Yes, sir.
So we've got a Knight Witch barely surviving behind the Ice Golem, allowing her to get some good stabs onto the Giant, or the Knight. If she kills that Knight, she does, this is going to be a lot of damage. You have to react right there with the defensive zap or else lose your tower.
Great early hit by Vulcan, punishing that left side hard. That's 1,000 damage peeled off Orange Juice's left tower in the very first minute of gameplay. OJ only has one more elixir to show for that defense.
I'm not exactly sure what kind of deck Orange Juice is playing. It could be maybe like a graveyard deck, maybe a minor. Okay, I think it's just minor poison. That makes sense. Maybe 2.9 minor poison. C. McHugh's favorite deck. The poison comes down, I believe, along with the minor. It is going to take out the Electro Wizard, leaving the board clear again. Vulcan, though, significant elixir advantage. We'll see when he starts turning that into.
You know who else loves this minor poison deck?
Who's that?
B-Rad.
Oh, yes. B-Radical from Canada made it all the way deep into the heat, but didn't quite make the top 8 to be drafted. However, we will see him in the fall finals shortly.
We sure will, and he's also in the CCGS NA finals. He's alongside C. McHugh in those top 2 spots. There must be something to this minor poison deck if that many guys love it.
Well, he's also the best in the world with it.
And we're tearing apart this left side tower, though. Vulcan's going to get that tower down. Orange Juice. Oh, never mind. That's a defensive poison, isn't it? Looks like it'll barely hold on. 73 hit points left, but the arrows will be able to take it out. Rummy, why don't we just, like, let these guys talk for a second?
Yeah, I'm going to throw my mic up to Viva La Sparky's team.
I mean, we're right back in the driver's seat.
I don't know. I think.
Ooh, look at that. That Knight's gonna go left.
Okay, 1 tower's down. Orange Juice is down a tower against Vulcan. Now, worth mentioning, in the first round, Vulcan had 3 siege decks, but you are allowed to rebuild your decks between each round. So for this new squad battle that we are in here, Vulcan has different decks, and that's why we're seeing Heka Graveyard.
Yes, indeed. Vulcan with the lead. Just has to hang on for another 18 seconds. Looks like he is able to pull it off. Pressuring that right side, even as he's taking a hit over on the left. Graveyard spell coming on in with an Ice Golem to block and Night Witch in the rear to support. Looks like it's going to be easy GG. Vulcan gets the win.
Good game, OJ. Well, he's got another game to tie it back up, but Vulcan looked dominating that game. Who is this guy? I mean, you told us a little bit about him, but this is what's so great about the King's Cup 2.
Here on YouTube Gaming to check out the King's Cup 2.
And shout out to our foreign casters from around the world. We are broadcasting in multiple languages. We couldn't do this all alone, so thank you to all of the global viewers who are tuning in to the biggest, best Clash Royale tournament ever held.
Starting off once again on the left lane, Vulcan sends in a little Ice Spirit, chips away at the tower, and the Ice Wizard bringing in the pain and keeping things chilly in the arena. Dash from the Bandit will get the hit off the left side. An aggressive fireball as well. And dashing onto the tower, Orange Juice is coming back for blood.
Great dash on there. I really think that was a good decision to fireball that Ice Wizard. Ice Wizard is a low-key killer counter to the Night Witch because the splash damage of the Ice Wizard kills the bats as well as slowing the Night Witch herself. So you just fireball her, get fireball the Ice Wizard, get him out of the way, and clear the path for the Bandit to leap over the log into the tower.
Vulcan suggests that they play on the right side of the map, but Orange Juice is having none of it. Continues his dominance on the left side with a minor hit and sends in the big guns. Giant right at the bridge to pulverize Vulcan's Expo, and it's looking like he might have the counter necessary to take this guy down.
I think Vulcan might have been behind an elixir there, so once he dropped the Expo, high risk, high reward, boom, all that elixir right at the river, and ouch, that hurts.
Wipes him out, but Vulcan is still in this thing. It's going to be difficult to set up that Expo if he can't get a big elixir advantage. This is one of the big reasons why these guys often include Elixir Collector in these decks. Haven't seen it yet from Vulcan, and there's only 1 card left. OJ insists that gameplay will continue on the left lane.
I think that's the smart move for him. You don't want to give up the 1,400 damage you've already done on the left side tower just to chase that Expo. Tornado pulls it onto the King Tower, though, and now we have 3 defensive towers on Vulcan's side.
OJ did kind of walk into that. He's seen Tornado before, and there's only a few places over on the left side of the tower that you can place a miner and prevent that from happening. Fortunately for him, though, playing a beatdown deck, you don't really have to worry too much about the king being activated, and especially with a big dash from the bandit like that, bringing the left side down to triple digits. OJ's still looking fine.
Is crushing in this matchup. There's just so few cards in Vulcan's deck that could stop a bandit, and he's got to use the tombstone to hold off the giant, and it's just making that bandit a vicious split pusher on the left side.
A little bit of awkward timing over to the right side. Looks like the giant will be going down, but the fireball just activated that tombstone, destroyed it, and resulted in 4 of them popping out. Right side, though, there's no need to counterattack for Orange Juice. He's not focused on that lane at all. He is only laser focused on trying to tear down that left tower. Vulcan has 760 hit points left.
And Bandit's going to try to get another charge in. Giant comes down to block. This time the tombstone actually blocks the Bandit, but Night Witch is backing it up, and Night Witch is going to make short work of that card.
A great counter of the tombstone. Log is even better than Zap at taking it out. Looks like the Ice Wizard in the center, though, is going to have a setup that will help distract the Night Witch and deal a lot of damage to these minions. Fantastic tornado from Vulcan. Misses a few of those minions, though. I think he's still more worried about the left lane, though. Miner tips it down to 504.
3 minions, near dead, did a huge amount of damage onto that right side tower. So now even if we go to a 1-1 game, I think OJ's got the lead on the other tower, but I don't know if we're even going to make it that far. Vulcan has had a really hard time getting damage on the tower, as both of OJ's towers are sitting very comfortably above 2,000 health.
And Orange Juice starting out that spell cycle, sends the fireball to the left. He just has to defend for a little bit longer, get through the next cycle of his deck, and he will claim victory. But really probably prefer to get to a 5 elixir giant over here on the right side to block for this expo, but it's going in aggressive on the left. That one chip is all he needs. The last fireball will seal the deal. Orange Juice with the 4 elixir spell claims victory!
And we called it! Those 2 YouTubers, OJ Clash with that. Who was going to be the first one to take a game off a pro? The answer is Orange Juice. Takes the very first game off of one of these pro or squire players. Incredible.
We haven't seen the YouTube creators take a game off yet. I think that all the YouTube creators in the audience are cheering for OJ at this point, just to see if he can peel a match off of Vulcan. You know, on the other hand, I'm still rooting for Vulcan. He's my man. I hadn't seen him in a long time. Used to be a
former clanmate.
Yeah, and he tore it up in the heats yesterday. All 5 of them running toward the top. Really did a very impressive job. Hadn't seen him in the big competitive scene in a long time, but he's making a lot of money today, and even more if he can carry his team to victory.
Starts off with a pump. That's the best way you want to start off any matchup if you have Elixir Collect in your deck. Opening hand is the way to go. Ice Golem starting in the back behind the King Tower. The Mega Minion's going to win this match, but I bet they got some more tricks up their sleeve.
They sure do. We got Mega Minion and Baby Dragon flying in the right. Lots of aerial damage from Orange Juice and not a whole lot of aerial defense. The E-Wiz can get some work done in here, but it looks like he's going to go down to the poison, and there's not going to be a whole lot left to deal with this Baby Dragon.
Ooh, Graveyard comes down. I think this might be the P.E.K.K.A. Graveyard deck we saw earlier. Great arrows. Takes out the goblins, but the cannon cart comes down just in time, and it is spinning in all sorts of circles, picking off skeletons.
There must be a little pivot wheel on the center of that cannon cart. It did a great job turning around and blasting those poor skellies down.
Have you seen those cards that go sideways? This card like the weird wheels. It's like one of those. And the cannon cart turns into a cannon, but it is tanking for the Mega Minion. Sadly, the Electro Wizard is going to keep that Mega Minion from doing too much more.
Wipes it out. Orange Juice with an elixir lead, even if he had to spend 4 to deal with this E-Wiz, which he's not going to have to spend that much for sure. Just 2 to zap him down. He's got an elixir collector set up now to try to juice up. Interesting that Vulcan chose to go for the right side of that elixir collector. Could have dealt more damage to the tower that he had already hit harder on the left. Looks like he's happy to play either lane, though.
I agree that it probably should have gone the other side because Vulcan's top left tower is low, which means that I would assume OJ would go after that tower, and if you defend and then counterattack, you want to go down that same lane. So I agree, that was kind of an interesting play there.
Nice Night Witch play from Vulcan there. Stabs through the Goblin, and she goes on the counterattack. Can't hit the Baby Dragon, though, relying just upon her bats, and they're not getting a whole lot of work done.
That's the old flying skeleton. Now, this Baby Dragon is outside of tower range, and it's looking like it's going to stay outside of tower range, taking even more elixir down with it before turning to fight the Electro Wizard.
E-Wiz zaps up that Baby Dragon, and there's a good reason why electricity is super effective against flying in Pokemon. You can see why. Fishes off the Baby Dragon in the right, and it's going to be another attack coming on in from Vulcan, trying to get a hit off the right side tower, and I think double elixir time might be his jam. Big O Golem marching down the left lane, and OJ is low on elixir.
Oh, he's going in. The Night Witch connects with the tower. One more stab gets it down to within poison range. 240 is a poison, 237 is the tower.
And with an Ice Golem and P.E.K.K.A., Vulcan is set up really well to defend against this Golem push out the left side. Baby Dragon not looking too good in this counterattack. Golem goes down just as he reaches the left side tower. He's going to get a little bit of death damage out there.
Where are you going?
The battle's about to finish up.
Wow, that P.E.K.K.A went down before getting one swing. The one swing on the cannon on the shield would have been very good.
Hang on, this push is still alive.
Yes, it is.
P.E.K.K.A is chopping up this cannon car, but cannot one-shot it, unfortunately, and it looks like that'll be it. Vulcan's poison will be enough to finish it off. Only about 6 seconds left, but no, not even gonna wait that long. Arrows from Vulcan seals the deal. He claims the match. Victory Royale over OJ, the 2-1 win.
Impressive performance by OJ.